Welcome to our channel. Here is a note from Anne, a lay apostle.
Dear friends and fellow apostles of the returning King, I send you the following with awareness that these visions may require consideration. For the majority of us, we will simply continue to serve as best we can, praying for the Holy Father, and remembering that He leads our Catholic Church. For others, perhaps you will find an element of clarity. Either way, I encourage us all to continue our prayers for the Lord's will to be accomplished through each of our lives. I feel a sense of detachment and can only assure you that I am doing the best I can to report accurately what I see, when I see it, and serve Jesus Christ, our King. With love and prayers to each of you, Anne, Apostle of the Returning King.
Now here is the second of 3 new visions, September 5, 2023.
Today I saw the rebellious group preparing to wage the battle against the Church. I saw their front line. The man leading the charge, as it were, struck me as in some way peculiar. Then I realized that this front man was neither the true instigator, nor the intended ultimate leader. The ultimate leader is behind him, concealed and seemingly quiet but holding court in his own way. His power hypnotizes. That is the word I use because it seems that when he talks to people, he casts a spell. Many leave his presence and shake it off, resolving to remain away from him based on the way he persuades them into beliefs they do not hold. But others, through the open windows of pride and the craving for the sensational, are not as resistant to this very real temptation of pride and spiritual avarice. Anyway, the true instigator will keep back at the initial surge, waiting to be nominated, as it were. The idea is that he will play the reluctant, but most worthy and qualified leader, exhibiting the stench of false humility, a covert narcissist, some might say. This rebellious group, collectively, labors under the illusion that they will be supported by the universal Church. What they do not understand is that the Holy Spirit is busy, working away with those who entertain Him daily and preparing His own soil. The direction the rebellious group espouses, one of establishing higher walls and stronger defenses between God and His children, is not the direction that the Holy Spirit draws His Church forward into. This delusion of righteousness is a dangerous one, indeed, both for the individual and for our Church because it will bring confusion to some. Should people know better than to follow a rebellious group? Yes, but just as Jesus prepares soil ever so carefully, the enemy, too, sows seeds of discontent against rightful authority. These weeds must be pulled quickly, lest they establish a hedge that one cannot see over to view God's true, humble plan. The Church has never stood still in any time, and it does not stand still now. The fact that we are often confounded by the mystery of the future is no reason to avoid it, nor fail to prepare for it. I saw the man, the true instigator, walking in Rome following a spirit-filled event at St. Peter's where crowds filled the square and spilled out into the byways. This man felt darkness and fury, and it must be said, grief and disappointment. The man who was celebrated, the Holy Father, was in this man's opinion unworthy. This is an understatement. Envy took root and this man began to envision himself in the Holy Father's position. How much worthier he would be, the dark spirit whispered. How much more suitable he was to the role. The spirit then sneered at the anointed one, the Pope. And so it went and so it goes. The streets were cobbled where the revulsion and rage boiled over, and this man actually spit on the cobblestones in the darkness in response. But he could not rid himself of the taste of rebellion. This was the moment of acquiescence. We must pray for him. The dark, perfect storm knew when to pounce, and the man lost the detachment of a servant. This man can reacquire the detachment of a servant through a simple decision to serve. Truly, we project mortal sin out onto the most innocent people and ignore it when it hides in the open and stands looking at us.
End of message. Thank you for watching. Please return for more content like this.